Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to you to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and information about that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. So, Gemini, kind of coming into this a little, I don't know, I didn't light my candles yet, and I feel a little off kilter. Some things went down today, and just kind of took some time out of my day that I wasn't expecting. And maybe that's how you're feeling right now, that there was a distraction, or you couldn't do things in the proper way or the way that you wanted to, because somebody was providing a distraction to you. And so therefore you kind of have to pivot. You've had to pivot today or recently, and all the things that you wanted to get done, you couldn't get done. So there might be something in that message for you. Sorry. Just like I said, I have all my things just put together, put down. Everything's all set, but today I just want to jump in and start, because I feel like I don't know, running out of time or falling behind. So maybe that's a theme for you. So these two decks that I'm going to show you are based on the fact that I've been really connecting to animal energy lately. So I thought that maybe be nice to use animal themed decks. So this is the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. So we're going to get an overall energy for your reading, Gem, and see what's going on. The cards have been pre-shuffled though, because I always shuffle and cleanse them after every single reading, but I'm just going to shuffle now just to get the overall energy for you. Gemini, please, Spirit. So, oh, this is beautiful. Very in keeping with your energy. Got the owl and wisdom. Very much in keeping with your energy, the air signs. Number 4, representing the Emperor energy. So, for, you know, maybe if you are feeling a little out of sorts, I don't think anybody on the outside can tell, because you seem to be the pinnacle of, or rather the example of control, steadfastness, calm, precision. The word I wanted to use was precision. There are all sorts of kind of geometric shapes back here, and this smaller kind of figure here, and she's herself holding an owl. So it's almost like maybe one of your spirit guides is an owl. And we shall see what wisdom do your spirit guides want to impart to you today. So 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards of clarifier, 7 cards came out already. Here's the last one. Okay. Interesting. No swords cards, no air energy. Although we do start with the Magician in the past tense, the past energy. Magician is the first card after the Fool, which is number 0. This is Gemini energy, can be also combined with Virgo. The Magician talks about somebody who has the power of all 4 suits of the tarot. You can see the infinity sign there. Sorry if you can hear, it's rush hour where I am right now. The Magician is the master manifester. They can make something out of nothing. So maybe there is a sense of resourcefulness on your part, that you have had to look at everything laid out before you, make some decisions on how you're going to proceed. It's almost like there's something peculiar about this, I guess, leopard. I think it's a leopard. The leopard's face, it's almost kind of like looking, it's like side-eyeing you, or you're side-eyeing somebody if you're the magician energy. So is there something that it's like while you're progressing forward, you're kind of, it's almost like a competitive energy, like, what's that guy doing? What's that girl doing? Like, what are they doing? What's going on over there? Like, running. You know, Spirit's showing me the image of a racetrack and these kind of mad dash for the finish line. And I think what always slows people down is what slows people down is when they look at their competitor or their opponent. They like look behind or look back. That act of that diversion causes them to lose focus, and it's crucial seconds that their competitor, who is focused on the finish line, may kind of bound their way to victory. So there's something to that, Gem, that it's almost like Spirit kind of saying, you don't need to compete with anyone but yourself. It's not about proving yourself to others or proving that you're better than others. It's not about being worse or better. It's simply about striving for excellence. There's like a regality to this creature, right? But there's something about that side eye, that turning back one last time. I've referenced that portion of the Bible, which I don't know, and so I shouldn't keep referencing it, but I heard it in another tarot reading. You know, are you going to look back and turn into a pillar of salt? It's like that kind of thing. Like, there's something to it. It is in the upright in your past position, so it's not saying that you didn't have the power of manifestation, but there's like a portion of it that might be a little bittersweet because you compared yourself. It's like, instead of celebrating what you accomplished, it was just like, yeah, but I didn't do it the way that that guy did, right? And then it keeps you wanting, keeps you waiting. The Magician is clarified by the Three of Wands, a card of waiting, I heard the word stasis. So we're just holding steady. You're not, we can see the finish line or the promised land, I just heard, but we're not going to enter into, or waiting, anticipating something to happen. It's almost like you don't feel like this opening is, it's like not the right timing, or, you know, because you're still standing on the sidelines. And if we take that that racetrack analogy again, now I see you, you know, in the, I don't know what they call these events, but you know, they have the baton, they pass one race, you know, one runner passes it to the next. It's almost like you're waiting for somebody to pass you the baton, and I see you like bouncing, like, I'm ready, I'm gonna go. But I need the baton. I can't move until I have the baton. It's almost like I can't move until like one of these elements falls into place. So I'm going to ask for a clarifier. What is it that you're waiting for? Father of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Maybe it could be some, for you, you're waiting for yourself, for you to be in a place of more financial stability, or some kind of stability in general. You're kind of, even this one, I don't know if it's the way that Kim Kranz illustrates, but the eyes are so telling. because it looks a little, Father of Pentacles, you know, is a really strong king of Pentacles, like earth energy, having to do with the material world. King of Pentacles is no weakling by any sense, in any sense. My words are getting really mixed up right now. What's that about, Spirit? Maybe you feel like you're not, for a Gemini who is a master communicator, maybe you're feeling like the words aren't coming out right. I find I'm very conscious of the fact that I am mixing up words, putting words in a different order than I wish to. It's like the sentence sounds one way in my head. When I try to communicate it to you, it just gets all jumbled. This is lapis lazuli, so I'm just gonna hold on to it for a second because I feel a little scrambled, like the antennas here are a little scrambled, the wires are getting crossed. So you may be, this is, you know, what is the magician trying to manifest, and what are you waiting for? Perhaps it is more money, more opportunities, the right opportunity to come in. In the present energy, well, we have a Nine of Cups, which is gorgeous, clarified by the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Two of Pentacles talks about constant back and forth, constant juggling, multitasking, and the Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment and self-satisfaction, contentment, right? In Nine Full Cups, Cups energy is water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, it talks about emotions and the heart space and things that we love, things that we're excited about, things that we feel creative towards, inspired by. And I can see now you're in a good place because things are starting to come to fruition, come to a head for you, because you finally learned that, you know, you can't do it all. You know, because this, again, I just want to reiterate, this was the past energy that kind of looking to the side. Maybe you realized, you know what, if I keep looking to other people for validation, affirmation, comparison, I'm never going to get to where I want to go. And maybe that's part of the wisdom here, and becoming your own emperor, which is, emperor marches to the beat of their own drum. You know, all of the greatest business magnates or moguls or entrepreneurs, you know, they may study the market, they may study what's going on, but ultimately they have a singular vision that they follow. I do feel a little bit of you wanting world domination, Gemini, and you know, honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Why not? I'm not going to tell you you can't. But what is, I'm going to ask for clarification, what is the wish that is coming into play for Gems right now? Son of Pentacles in reverse. So there's the King of Pentacles and the Son of Pentacles in reverse. The wish is, I just heard it very clearly, we're no longer looking at small potatoes. Son of Pentacles is, you know, Knight of Pentacles comes in with an authentic message containing therein resources, opportunities, and it's almost like, or well, I'm aiming for King energy, so I'm not going to go with the Knight. And take one more. So, okay, that's double twos. Two of Swords in the reverse, indeed. That this is a card of stagnation. In the reverse, it's like a clarity and of resoluteness. You have both of these cards, which can sometimes be problematic in the upright, only because they're kind of a stationary energy in the upright. You got them both in reverse. You're not confused about anything. And you're not confused by the fact that you're not looking to this as the answer to something, like you want something more. You're aiming for more for yourself, which is, you know, great energy. It's kind of, you know, this owl is reminding me of, it's like a story that I told in a previous reading. I want to say for Taurus? I don't remember. I was talking about this video. It's a BBC video that I've seen several times on Instagram. You know how you go on Instagram and then it's just kind of like this dark pit abyss of videos. It's a clip from the BBC. They're doing a documentary on probably birds. And they had cameras set up and microphones set up to track the wing movements of certain birds. So like the first bird was a pigeon. I think the second bird was probably like a dove. And the third was an owl. The first two birds, you know, they were trained, and so they had them fly towards the trainer. And it was like whoop, 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 and they make a kind of cooing sound as they fly, as they take off. So, you know, if they're going a space of 30 feet, how many times would their wings flap, and how many noises would they make, and how loud were they? When it came time for the owl didn't make a sound. It swooped in and it was just silent. And the commentators, documentarians, were amazed. And so it's almost like you coming in with this quietness, this quiet power. You know, it's still the number 4 card, so this quiet power of the Emperor. Not flashy. Emperor can sometimes be flashy, not flashy. It's almost like you're quietly dominating the world. You're quietly taking over and up-leveling yourself. But the word is also wisdom, so it's kind of like suggesting that at one time you may not have been so wise. And so there is a lot of lessons that you have had to go through to get to this point where you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, as it were. What's in the future potential? Mother of Cups, Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is Cancerian energy. Clarified by the 10 of Pentacles, see? This is beautiful. This is beautiful reading. It's not scandalous. Some of the readings have been quite scandalous. Yours is not scandalous in any way. It's just okay. You know, sometimes we don't need drama. We just need peace. But Mother of Cups here in your future energy. There's 2 things that I'm picking up on, which is you could be waiting for a Mother of Cups, like a Cancer energy, and they're not coming at this time. Or whenever you see the Queen of Cups in the upright, it talks about somebody who is really generous, almost to the point of overgiving. And then when she's in reverse, like you got her, it's kind of like we're taking care of ourselves now. And I read it more as that. But take it as it resonates. It's like, I feel like also part of the wisdom is you understanding that, you know, you worked really hard. You were just, you know, concentrating on the law of attraction and manifesting and working towards, right? We don't just put out a wish, and we do what we can to work towards that wish. We use everything that we know how to work towards it, right? And that can be tiring on so many levels. Like, let's say you were like in a bubble with something, which we never are, but if you were in a bubble trying to manifest your wish with spirit, you'd still have to put a lot of work in. But because we're not in a bubble, because we're surrounded by coworkers and family, friends, social media, the news, you know, the government, and all of these things that kind of surround us at all times. I'm feeling as though you have had to deal with a little bit of, I don't want to say detractors, because that's not what I'm feeling. It's more like everybody has their 2 cents. So it's not that people didn't support you, like especially your nearest and dearest, but like everybody had an opinion about it. I feel like everybody just had an opinion, and you're just like, can you please? So it's almost like you're retreating away just a little bit to enjoy. And this isn't the future energy. 10 of Pentacles is the whole package. It's stability, it's finances, it's love, it's good health, peace, you know, it's everything. So I want to see, what are these detractors? Well, not detractors, because not detractors. These nosy Nellies. What are they all talking about? 8 of Wands in the reverse. See this lightning strike. 8 of Wands typically talks about quick movement, quick communication. For you, it's in the reverse. But I asked specifically, the question I asked was, what are all of these people, what are they saying to you to try and, you know, have their 2 cents, put their 2 cents down? And it's almost like they want to slow down the progress. So maybe there's somebody here that's just saying, oh, you want to start that new business? I don't think it's a good time. Or you want to buy that house? Oh, the market is so bad. Why don't you wait another month? Why don't you wait until next year? Why don't you wait until you have more resources? Why don't you wait until, you know, you get that thing out of the way and then you can move on to it? Like, you know, it's not to say that these people don't have your best and highest good in mind, but they don't live your life, right? Like, you're the one that has to kind of deal with, you know, as long as you don't come back later and say, why didn't you warn me, to all of your friends and family, because then they can, you know, potentially say a big I told you so. I don't feel that energy though. I feel like there's just this, it's a fear, but it's on somebody else's head. I don't think it's a good time to buy that house. I think you should just wait for something better, wait for a better interest rate. Oh, you know, like, if you buy it now, then you'll be, you know, all your savings will be depleted, and it's not a good time. Now, again, like everything that I'm saying, it seems almost valid, but there's like an instinct, like a primal instinct in you that's saying, no, it's okay. I know what I'm doing. And there's a stealthiness about you. Spirit's advice. I mean, for an air sign, you have a lot of water energy. So truly sitting with the feelings right now. Ace of Cups, which is absolutely spectacular energy. Aces bring new from Spirit. This is a new opportunity at love or friendship or something that fuels your life's blueprint, your life's calling, truly speaks to your soul. And Spirit is illuminating that for you with a full cup and clarifying it with the Daughter of Cups. So it's almost like saying, you know, Gemini, keep your eyes open, your ears listening, observing, because your Ace of Cups is coming. However, it's going to look rather, the word that wants to come out is insignificant, but it's to the contrary. It's anything, it may seem insignificant to you, but it's anything but insignificant, because behind it is the Ace. It's like, you know, maybe if you're trying to date somebody, or maybe you're trying to go out into the dating world, which already makes me exhausted, but you're trying to go out in the dating world, and or you just let your friends know, hey, I'm on the market. If you know anybody you can set me up with, cool. And somebody, one of your friends says, hey, Gem, I know somebody, and, you know, would you be interested in, like, just texting them, or, you know, you don't think it's a big deal. So it's like, yeah, I'll send that little text, or, yeah, I wouldn't mind if you gave them my number, they can text me. And then before you know it, this beautiful new opportunity in love. And that's just an example. Could be another kind of opportunity. You don't see it as a big deal on the onset, but it turns into something beautiful, right? And so it's kind of like really kind of tap into your experience, your personal power, as the number 4 Emperor card would suggest, your powers of manifestation. This is a beautiful reading. I mean, I don't see anything here, you know, except these little bit of nosy Nellies. I don't really see anything that is, I see you not settling. Okay, but Spirit is saying now, because these last few cards are Spirit's advice. Remember how I said, oh, you're not going to settle for a Knight of Pentacles. They wanted me to say it again, but looking at this potential Page of Cups, Page is even smaller than a Knight. This is not a settling, so don't mistake it. You know, maybe this feels like a very specific example, so it could just resonate for one person out there. But let's say you have a very high-paying job. You're very successful. Good for you, right? But the person that, you know, is approaching you, maybe they're not as successful. You know, they can pay their bills and take care of themselves. They're an adult, but they just, maybe they haven't had the opportunities you had, or it doesn't mean they're not a hard worker. It just means that, you know, maybe they didn't, their path took them on a different route. And what they do for a living doesn't make as much money, and maybe they're happy, but, you know, they just don't bring in as much. Don't dismiss that person. Don't dismiss somebody. You know, yes, it's okay to have standards, but I see cups here. I don't see, we're talking about love energy. So look at the quality of this person's character first before you judge their bank account or something, right? If they're able to support themselves, help others, but they just don't make as much money as you, you know, that's a choice that you have to make. But, you know, money doesn't keep you warm at night, right? I mean, it could keep you warm at night if you're paying your gas and electric and your heating bill, sure. You know what I mean, Gem? Because that came out because somebody was being smart. All right? Money could always help us enhance our lives, but it doesn't, it's not everything. And Spirit really wants me to, no, you have free will. You're just like, nope, my partner has to make 6 figures and nothing less. Okay, that's your choice. They'll bring it to you, you know, because you're manifesting it. Then you might have to wait a little bit longer. Whereas Spirit wants to bring this beautiful person into your life. Now, that was just an example. But whoever they are, whatever it is, it could seem small and fly under the radar a little bit. Give it a chance, Gem. That's your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification if you'd like to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Gem.